Hi, I'm Sylvia Gordon. Thanks for joining us on the Sisters of Selling. This week, we will be talking
about Gordon. Also,
this week,
on Sisters
we
of
will
Selling.
be talking about just one E&O scenario, and I'll let you explain it. Just one E&O scenario.
You won't let me explain it.
That has happened to many agents that we want not to happen to you. Stay tuned.
How many Red Bulls have you had today?
I have not had any caffeine, but I could go for some.
Bleep this out.
No. I don't drink caffeine for a reason.
All right, so this whole show is going to be, holy cow, how can you cover your own butt? And this is a situation, well, it's probably mom.
Dr. Seavey,
because she likes to call.
Take it because it's hard to get a hold of them. We'll just
probably
start over. We'll just have to start.
Hi, it's Rebecca. This whole episode is about basically how to cover your butt. We have a situation where one of our excellent agents had a client. The client had an MAPD and wanted to go to a Med Supp. So easy, got issued, went through underwriting, no problem. However, the problem is here. They did not buy a PDP. And so we all know that the only way to cancel an MAPD is by canceling
the PDP.
Yeah.
Or it's by writing a new PDP. And a lot of agents don't know that. They're like, how do I terminate the MAPD? If there's no premium, I can't stop paying it.
Right.
How do I let them know I don't want that? And Med Supp and Med Advantage don't talk to each other, state and feds. So the way you cancel an MAPD is by enrolling in a standalone
PDP. Which will then cancel the existing MAPD.
So what did the client do though?
Nothing.
So the agent told the client, hey, we got your Med Supp done, your Med Supp passed underwriting, it's being issued, it's in force, we got to do the Part D. Did everything to get the Part D, and the client said, I don't want to do that right now. We'll deal with it. I'm busy. We'll deal with it later. Client never did it.
Then the client had a surgery.
So when the client had a surgery, the client had a Med Supp in force and an MAPD in force. So that's when the client has a choice when you go to the doctor is which card you give. Because once you give that card, now Medicare recognizes that as your insurance for the rest of the year. And the client gave the Med Supp.
So just to recap, because this is so crazy confusing to me. If you're trying to cancel your MAPD, you have to enroll in a new PDP, right?
Right.
Done. Easy. Med Supps, you got to have a PDP. So that was the whole big...
Well, we see this every year.
It just...
And my question to the agent is, did you record the call?
Right.
Do you have emails, voicemails, text messages? What do you have to prove that you told the client you have to enroll in a standalone Part D, that you tried to enroll the client in a standalone, that they refused to work with you, that they might have said they'd go elsewhere or they'd handle it? You have to have something to cover yourself. Otherwise, this looks like malpractice and an E&O claim on you.
And from what we understand, because the client, after the surgery, has a lot of drugs.
Right. So,
that aren't covered.
Because the MAPD is inactive.
So who's going to pay for that? E&O.
So I saw a similar issue like this about 7 years ago, where the client wanted to go from a MAPD to a Med Supp. Same situation. Got it, Med Supp issued, and then had surgery and gave the MAPD card. Never had done the Part D, never sent the Part D in.
Would have been okay.
So the Med Supps in force and the Med Advantage are in force. So gave the MAPD card, so now that is in force. Mm-hmm. Well, the whole reason he wanted to move to a Med Supp is because he was afraid bad stuff was going to happen to him. So he wanted to keep the Med Supp because now that he had the surgery on the MAPD, now he wouldn't be able to get the Med Supp later.
Oh, God.
So he had to pay for the Med Supp for the rest of the year to keep it in force.
And it's out of pocket.
On the MAPD. He had to pay to keep a Med Supp in force that he could not use. Medicare only recognized the MAPD. So that when the year was up, he could enroll in a Part D, cancels MAPD, and his Med Supp, he would still be able to get it.
God.
You know, people don't like to talk about the problems in an industry. But I think it's an important lesson to talk about some of these and for you to share these with the new agents in your agency.
Oh, absolutely.
Or all the agents, your seasoned agents in your agency, especially during AEP when you're just so busy and working hard and getting very tired and worn down and COVID, whatever. that these little mistakes, you're telling your client, well, we got your Med Supp done, but we got to get your PDP. Be sure and let's do that tomorrow. If today's not convenient.
Cancel an appointment.
That you cover yourself, that you made sure your client was aware of the rules and the risks, that you cover yourself in writing or on some type of recording. If your client, because a lot of times your clients are like, yeah, I got Thanksgiving, I got company.
Right. I'm busy.
And your client won't answer your calls and they want to get with you after the holidays.
Absolutely.
After AEP is over.
Yep.
So if this can save anybody some trouble, it was worth belaboring this issue. Thanks for joining us.
Good selling.